Tpack and Samr. Tpack framework is a way for stakeholders of a professional or educational setting to understand how their current technology can be used to inform or teach others in a meaningful way. So, what does Tpack stand for? Well, Tpack is meant to be broken down into three parts, which overlap and display as a Venn diagram. Today, I will show it as if it was more of a target, and so this is the outer ring. TK, which is technological knowledge, CK, which is content knowledge, and PK, which is pedagogical knowledge. And looking at the target, that's what forms the outer ring. And so now let's see what it looks like when you move into the next ring. As they start to overlap, you get TPK, or technological pedagogical knowledge, TCK, technological content knowledge, and PCK, pedagogical content knowledge. So that's how that looks in the target. And then finally, they all overlap in the middle for the following, of course, Tpack, which is technological pedagogical content knowledge. So then when we view that in the center of the circle, it's all of them combined. So all this comes together to make sure that a company utilizes their knowledge in multiple ways rather than sticking to what they know best. If different kinds of knowledge aren't brought together, the technology or content that's currently being used may not be the best for the company overall, and they could be missing out on new opportunities. So let's look at Samr. This is a framework for stakeholders of a professional educational setting to understand how their current technology integrations they're using could be reimagined or enhanced. So what does Samr stand for? S is substitution, A is augmentation, M is modification, and R is redefinition. So let's look at substitution first. That's where technology can act as a direct tool for what it's needed for, but other than that has no functional changes. A good example is if a company uses Microsoft Excel for managing data. So next we look at augmentation. The technology is the direct tool for what is needed, but has some functional improvements or enhancements. So the example would be a company uses Microsoft Excel for managing data and also uses pivot tables, pie charts, and graphs for data analysis, better enhancing just using Excel as a standard. So next is modification, where technology is redesigned for a specific task. An example would be the company is using a database to manage their data using something like Microsoft's Access on top of Excel. So using them together and, it just makes it better for the company to use different technologies in tandem with each other. So next is redefinition, whereas technology that is used could allow for new tasks that were previously impossible or unimaginable. So my example would be a company could implement an MDM solution, and this will allow for tracking, maintaining, and analyzing all data in one place. MDM is master data management, and it is a good database solution in order for a company to store all of its data and manage it in a way that's easily accessible to the whole company. So how are Tpack and Samr related? They are related to one another in the sense that they are both frameworks meant to help teachers, students, or professionals think differently in how they should teach or inform others using technology. While Samr is more linear in thinking compared to Tpack, they both still exist to get the idea across of how to make people more effective at what they do, as well as make the technology that people have at their disposal more effective. So in my professional setting example, these models could be used to help improve my team's change management process. Currently, when a new change is moved to production, we only provide the end users with a Word document with screenshots and information as to what changed or what is new for them to utilize. But if my team were to implement these models, we could look into using the knowledge of others to create PowerPoints or embedded videos that highlight the changes further, or go as far as providing step-by-step instructions of the new processes. So here are my references for Tpack, Samr, and the images for SAM and the image for R. So thank you for watching my video on Tpack and Samr models.